What do you know about your workplace that you are not supposed to know? At a previous job we had an HR manager get fired right after returning from maternity leave. She was replaced by the guy that she trained to fill in for her while she was gone. She sent a company-wide email with the pay rate of everyone from the plant manager on down. It was a crap show. A lot of pay rates were wildly different in management/supervision and maintenance. There were talks of work stops, strikes and slowdowns, even threats of unionizing. I believe that this one act led to the eventual closure of the plant. It was a crazy time. A friend of mine worked for a video coding/editing company. Their financial person went on a long honeymoon with her time off, so she trained someone in the essentials to keep the business going while she was gone. Boss hangs around trainee while financial person is away, thinks that is 100% all the financial person does. She returns with an offer for a 20% pay cut due to her limited role. Boss says he'll replace her with trainee if she refuses. Financial person laughs it off and easily gets another job with her degree in accounting or whatever. Trainee is quickly over her head with past dues/billing/payroll. Company goes out of business a year later. Dang, both this and the parent comment is sweet justice, even if it sucks for the rest of the employees. Someone has been stealing things from everyone's desks in our office. I set up a teddy cam on someone's desk, with their permission, to find out who was doing it. Turns out it's the owner of the company. Edit. Since a lot of people are asking, I confronted him about it in private. Over the course of 2 to 3 months the majority of things started reappearing, and the stealing came to a stop after that. At least for the most part. Occasionally something would go missing, but it wasn't nearly as often. This is exactly why I have very few personal items at work. I have a Kleenex box and some snacks on my desk and that's about it. What was the final outcome of this? I privately confronted him about it. He apologized and just said sometimes he couldn't help himself. Basically he's a kleptomaniac. Quite a bit of the missing items magically reappeared over the course of a few months, almost like you would have misplaced some of the things. Some of it was never returned, but it did stop happening, from my department at least. Oh man, I wouldn't have the guts. Might end up on the chopping block, considering it is the owner, and whatever he says mainly goes. Only one of the security cameras actually works. The rest are for show. Edit. Morning grammar. Also, at a credit union I worked at, I knew both halves of the combination to the vault. Those security cameras did work for sure though. Second edit. Guys, I work in a call center, there's nothing to rob, except extremely outdated computers. We once had a policeman in the UK asking us politely if he could check our CCTV that has partial view on the road because they were trying to locate a burglar's van. We asked why he didn't ask all the stores and pubs on the road that have a much better angle. He said none of them are actually recording. He told us that most business-owned security cameras are either not maintained, not recording in useless quality, and sometimes they are not even plugged to anything. We asked why he didn't ask all the stores and pubs. I thought this deflection tactic was going to end with you saying that you had to eventually admit that you too only had dummy cameras. My colleague is really into hardware and DIY, so he set us up with a nice HD system, so we actually record everything in very good quality and have a couple of dedicated machines to process both live and to offload older streams onto a web server. I don't think it's crazy expensive for a company to afford really. The bed bugs in the hotel beds are not isolated to one room anymore. Bed bugs infesting one room means the room directly above, below, left, right, and across the hall are all shut down and deep cleaned. Mattress and all cloth in the room incinerated, including the carpet. My favorite is when one room is infected, the housekeepers don't know yet, and then carry them to another room all the way at the end of the hall with the vacuum, so now instead of 6 rooms out you're 12 rooms out. You can pick up bed bugs anywhere, from Motel 6 to the Four Seasons. You can also pick them up from having your cloth suitcase on top of someone else's infected cloth suitcase at the airport. People can bring bed bugs into their house if they picked it up with their suitcase. Best bet is to just check mattresses as soon as you get in the room and leave your luggage in the entryway right by the door until you've checked and know it's clear. Bedbugs are literally one of my biggest fears, and I've worked in hotels for 10 years. Best bet is to just check mattresses as soon as you get in the room and leave your luggage in the entryway right by the door until you've checked and know it's clear. Everything else you've said is true and great information, but I wanted to make a slight adjustment to this. You should actually place your luggage inside the bathtub, as bedbugs have a very difficult time climbing up porcelain because their hook-like feet can't get enough friction to climb up. Also in hotels, bedbugs are actually more likely to be behind the wall-mounted headboard rather than in the mattress. You should definitely look at the mattress, because if the infestation is big enough you'll find them there, but seeing a clean mattress is not an indicator you're safe in a hotel. I know how much everybody in the IT is getting paid. From that I can safely say that 1. New people with no skill nor experience get a lot more money than people who have been working here for years and know our product in and out. And 2. That I'm one of those who get paid the less. Raises are opposed against because everybody gets the same, no matter the experience. Complete lie. See above. The result is that I'm now actively searching for a higher paid job. This is common. Unfortunately, when the market rate for a particular job goes up, they have to raise what they're offering newcomers to lure them in. Management isn't just going to give increases to the people they already have, unless it becomes public knowledge, or those people threaten to leave. Sadly, the only way to really move up in salary is to get a new job once in a while. Lifers are treated like crap. Anyone who is loyal in this day and age is insane. I started a new job end of last year, and, based on what I know people are making, I'm close to the highest paid person in my department. I started as a fresher with nearly the pay as a 7-year experienced person. I left that company with an offer that paid me almost twice, nearly a year later. Loyalty doesn't work at all. If your skills have a higher demand elsewhere, just switch. My office purposely messes up people's wages to see if A. they're honest about receiving extra, or B. they can save money by not paying it all. It's such a scum thing to do. Just glad it never happened to me. That must be illegal. At least I hope it is. I received too much at my first real job, and that was my first real paycheck. Didn't really notice. Thought it was something with before and after taxes. After 2-3 months I caught on that this wasn't supposed to be this high. Reported it, and they allowed me to keep the money already received and gave me an official raise in order to avoid having to lower my pay. That was generous of them. That sounds like a great company to work with. I've emailed management several times about receiving unclaimed holiday pay, and they've just ignored me every time. Semi-related, one time I bought $1,500 worth of silver dollars from an online company. I received my order a week later, but the money was never withdrawn from my account. I monitored it closely for another week, and when it was clear the money wouldn't be withdrawn, I called the company and told them what happened. The person was extremely rude and said they would never make a mistake like that. They wouldn't send the order until payment was received. I insisted, but was basically called an idiot. I kept the money in my account for another few months before deciding it was mine to spend. Not my current job, but when I worked in logistics, my boss, head of outbound operations, didn't have a high school diploma and the job required a college degree. She lied on her resume to get the job. She was an amazing boss, though. She didn't micromanage. She called me on my crap and screw ups when they occurred, but was never mean or power trippy about it. She offered suggestions to increase efficiency, but they weren't required. We just had to test them out, keep what worked, discard what didn't. Somehow, she always was able to make me feel proud of a job well done, while still making me determined to do better. Probably the best boss I've worked for to date, and that includes 6 years of self-employment. She was fired a few months after I left for lying on her resume. I hate that sort of bullcrap. One of my co-workers, probably the most valuable employee in our department, only has an associate's. Technically the role she works in requires a bachelor's, but she has been killing it for 3 years. She does 20% more work than everyone else, has fantastic rapport with customers, and goes above and beyond on helping the department run smoothly. Fast track to manager, and everyone would love that. Nope. company got acquired 6 months ago, and since she's not qualified for the job she's been excelling at for several years, they're laying her off. Bull crap. I had a former boss tell me a story about when he had a government job. There was this long-time employee, absolutely great at his job, but developed some health issues and couldn't work on the crew anymore. Boss wanted to keep him, so developed a new position that was tailor-made for this guy. Being government, the job had to be posted internally and externally for a period of time. Coming up to the end of the posting period and this guy hasn't applied for it yet. Boss pulls him into the office and asked him why he didn't reply. Guy says he's not qualified. Well, this job was developed just for this guy, so no way he wasn't qualified for the job. Guy says it's required to have a college degree and I don't have one. Posting got pulled and redone without requiring a college degree. Guess who got the job? Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like and subscribing for more videos like this. Don't forget to leave your stories in the comments below.